Oh, we are live.
All right. 22 seconds, 23 seconds.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. We're in the house, peace and power, y'all, and Baba Amin.
My Nkoyo.
You know what I'm saying? This is the live at 5:30. The live at 5:30 this week. You know what I'm saying? We come in on the drive home or on the drive to, or some of y'all at home. You know what I'm saying? And we just come in and spread some positive vibes. Come in and spread a little positive vibe, a little info, about what's going on, a little info about what we up to as far as the Uhuru Academy and our organizations, and really just to kind of lift everybody's spirits up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. Bear with us right now as we get prepared. I want to invite some people on. So I'm going to have to take a minute and do that. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me do this. Let me find this. All right. Let me find this. Born, I'm trying to look and find where we at. So let me do that. I don't like dead air.
Family. I am here as well. And, I don't know if, but I was all into my page as well, trying to share new things. But you know what I'm saying? But hey, we sit here chilling. Look, I'm looking at a beautiful view out the window, looking at the lake and the trees and wonderful Columbia, South Carolina. Hopkins, South Carolina.
Yeah, I found us on YouTube.
You found us.
Got us on YouTube.
Share it.
Share us over on Facebook. But,
I'm chilling. How y'all doing out there with with this Rona going around? Black folks would engage Corona nickname. What's going on with the Rona for y'all? How's it affecting you guys? And even with, I'm not taking it lightly. I am giving the a name. I am, high siding and joking, but don't take it lightly. But we do have to find the joy in the peace and the I should say the comedy in all things, so that we you can laugh in all things. So that's what I'm doing. So
and laughter's medicine, you know what I'm saying? And then it is all about bringing clarity, you know what I'm saying? And you can't have clarity if you have a cloudy head and you're walking around with worry. You're walking around in fear. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts, not fear. And I encourage everybody to get as many facts as you can about the coronavirus, about what's going on. Don't just listen to one source. Get your facts from multiple sources. Now, be careful though. If it's theworldfinnablowup.com, that's probably a slanted. That's probably a biased website. You know what I'm saying? So kind of balance your sources out. You know what I'm saying? And when looking at that, go to the World Health Organization website. That's a good spot to get some stats and that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Probably a more objective view of what's going on, even more objective than the CDC. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Center for Disease Control. Again, it's the United States. And y'all.
United Snakes.
Yeah. And I mean, look, it's the United States. Okay. And you can look at the history of the United States, the not so distant history of the United States. And so you always have to fact check what government agencies here tell you. You should fact check what any government agency from any country tells you, but don't think that you don't have to fact check what the government tells you here. And not just because Trump is in office, because regardless of who's in office, this is a capitalist society, okay? And there are people who have a vested interest in controlling the flow of information and the dissemination of information. And that's pretty much anywhere you go in the world. So as a citizen, you have to really study and you have to balance what you study. And you can't be afraid to ask questions, all right? You cannot be afraid to get out and ask questions, right? And seek answers to those questions, okay? And don't be blindsided. Don't be made to feel ashamed because you're wondering what's going on. Don't be made to feel ashamed because you're watching all the news reports and you still don't trust it, and you coming up with some other ideas. Don't be ashamed of that. Don't mean you're right. You may be wrong, but don't be ashamed for asking those questions. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't ask, we don't know.
We won't know.
And we won't learn. Right. You know what I'm saying? And there are people out there who stay rich because you won't ask questions. There's people that stay in power because nobody asks questions. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a whole cadre of puppets and sheep and ignorant folk they're standing right there waiting to keep you from asking questions, waiting to shame you from asking questions, waiting to make you feel stupid for asking questions. Don't ask questions. You know, I'm not a flat earther, right? But I support everybody's right to explore whether or not the world is flat. That's your right. That is your right to check on that, right? So don't think because science says it, right, that it's just one science.
Yeah.
You understand? There is a such thing as scientific racism. There's such thing as scientific ignorance. There's a such thing as me and you seeing the same thing, two scientists seeing the same thing and having an opposing view as to what they saw. Y'all know that happens, right? That happens. Okay. So there's no such thing as it's just science. Nothing is just science. Am I making sense, babe?
No, you're making absolute sense. We have to always be able to study for yourself. Get it for yourself. Even if you always supposed to fact check. You don't just take anyone's word as being the word and as being the truth. That's what you always supposed to do. But when it comes to the government and white folks, we don't question nothing. They're up there. They're second to God. But let one of us say something. Oh, there you go with the conspiracy. Oh, there you go with
now. It's okay to not trust black folks.
Yeah.
Now that's fine.
That's fine. Perfectly.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's completely allowed, right? You gotta not trust. Matter of fact, black folk got to be held accountable. Because that's what I get told. When I start saying positive things about black people. You know what I'm saying? See, there you go, Bob. You never want to hold black people accountable. Right?
Yeah.
But then when I start saying something about white folks, see, they ain't nobody out to get black folk. Y'all need to quit with all that fear mongering. Y'all need to quit with all that. Ain't nobody out. Boy, I tell you the truth. But I can get up and talk about all the black folks I want to, babe. Ain't nobody gonna get mad.
We sick.
And people say, no, I'm defending science. That's called defending science. That's because white folks is your sign.
Thank you.
They your sign. White science is your science. Western science is your science because you're not a scientist. You were a good science student. It's a difference. Okay? There's a difference. Because scientists question everything. Right? Scientists question everything. Governments invest millions of dollars questioning everything. Everything. Right? So I as an educator, I would never discourage people from asking questions.
You're supposed to.
Ever. So ask your questions. Don't live in fear. Ask your questions. Right? Because when you suppress the questions that you have, that's when you get scared. Let's have these conversations. So if you're saying something that's crazy, somebody can be there and bring you out, talk you off the ledge. Now look here, man. It ain't got to that point. Let's calm down. You understand what I'm saying? But if you don't say anything, how is anybody going to know? All right. So let me do this. According to, I want to pull up a few facts or, alleged facts that are being put out by the World Health Organization regarding the coronavirus. Okay. So go to the World Health Organization website, you know what I'm saying? The WHO, right? They got a whole section on COVID-19, on protecting yourself. And it's important because our media and the government are saying things that contradict what's being said by the rest of the world. You understand what I'm saying? So it's very important that you see what's going on. It's very important that you see some of the coalitions that are happening across the globe in regards to the virus that Europe and the United States are kind of ignoring and turning their back on because of their racism. Cuban doctors so far have been the key. They've been the all-stars globally when it comes to fighting this virus. They've been traveling all over the world. They went into China to help fight the virus because Cuba turns out some of the best doctors in the world. But you can't say that because the United States don't like Cuba.
No.
They don't like Cuba.
Yeah.
Y'all kind of see how that can affect things, that when you live in a country that traditionally cuts people off, that traditionally draws lines, false boundaries and false beef between them and other countries based on the falsehood of white supremacy, how when times like this come together where the world needs to kind of unite, right? Now you want to turn around and say, let's be friends. You see what I'm saying? So now you got to be in your arrogance, like Trump will when the virus first came out. Oh, we'll be through with it in a few weeks. Yeah, it'll be gone.
Yeah,
it'll be gone in a few weeks.
Fake news.
You know, it's a hoax. First they were saying it was a hoax.
Yeah, he sure was.
You know what I'm saying?
Like your president saying something was a hoax.
Yeah, white folks, y'all, white folks.
Man.
You know, now if I said black folks, yeah, people out from black folks think it's a hoax. Black folks, they got it from Massa.
Thank you. Okay.
They got the whole hoax idea came from white folks. Yeah. It came from Massa. Okay.
Yeah.
Golly, you know. So I'm just saying, y'all. You know, calm down and beat each other in the brain. Don't nobody know exactly what's going on. But what you can do is be wise about what you see in front of you.
Yeah.
Many of you are living in cities right now where you see firsthand what's going on. Yeah. You see firsthand people going to the hospital and getting sick. You see in firsthand black folk getting sick. You're seeing it firsthand. All right. So share your firsthand experiences.
Yes.
Many of you are healthcare workers. You're in the hospitals and you're seeing what's going on. Continue to share your firsthand experience as to what's going on and telling us what we need to do to be prepared. And listen, people, listen. When the folk you know and folk you see are experiencing this stuff, listen to what they say.
Absolutely.
You know, listen to what they saying, man, and act accordingly. All right. Don't be foolish about this thing. All right. So that's kind of my little rant right there. That's my little rant right there. You know what I'm saying? That's my little rant. You know, what's going on with you? It's a very special weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's a very special weekend. This is Mom and Nkoyo's Earth Strong weekend. You know what I'm saying? March 29th is the day. You know what I'm saying? But it starts today. She tired though right now, y'all. She don't like she's celebrating because she always doing stuff. We got all kinds of stuff going on, right?
We do. Yeah. And I just didn't get enough rest last night because these allergies, they kind of kicked in. Every other year, the allergies will flare up and kick my butt. You know, they just be on me hard. No matter how, you know, I be trying. But so I just been on doing what I preach, you know, been drinking elderberry, which I've been doing prior to. I didn't start when I felt the sniffles coming. I've been doing it before the season started. So doing that, my echinacea, you know, popping up on the vitamin C, oranges, not just the tablets, but eating the foods, green leafy foods and things of that nature, drinking my warm liquid so that they keeps my nasal passages kind of moist and so they won't get dry. So all kinds of things. But sometimes it just overtakes you because I'm, you know, all the rain that we've been having in the area that I'm in is kind of, you know, washed out some things and washed in some other things. So it's really been horrid. So, but, you know, I ain't got the Rona, you know, I be sneezing, you know, because I had sneeze fits. I'm one of those, and my sneezes don't sound like regular sneezes. So, you know, I've sneezed out in public a couple times. Everybody look, ooh, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I ain't got the Rona. Rona don't, if you got the Rona, you don't be sneezing. Just get over yourself.
Yeah. You know, and so it's a lot of stuff out there. Like, according to the World Health Organization, they say you really should only wear a mask unless you're sick.
If you're sick,
right?
Or if you're a medical person that you know has to be around.
Now, one thing that a mask will help you do though is not touch your mouth and your nose, right? Because it lives on surfaces, right?
Yeah.
So because it lives on surfaces, you know what I'm saying, you can come into contact with it with your hands, right? That's why they're telling you keep your hands clean, that sort of thing, right? But then what happens is you breathe it in when you touch your mouth, touch your nose, that sort of thing. So wearing a mask out in public to keep from catching it is not effective. But wearing it when you at the house, because that's when you line to pick your nose. You know what I'm saying? When you get in the car, you know what I'm saying? When you watching TV, you might want to put one on then to keep yourself from touching, because that's when you do all the stuff. That's when you start biting your nails and that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying?
So you gotta make it a habit. When you first come from outside, go directly to somebody's sink or wash your hands really good for at least 20 seconds with soap. Even put some hand sanitizer on after that, and change your clothes, at least your shirt and stuff, because that that it can linger there as well.
And of course, you don't know when somebody's gonna cough. So even if you have a mask on in public or whatever, have it tight. If you're gonna be in a tight public place or whatever, you never know when somebody's gonna call for or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So the WHO got a lot of questions, a lot of Q&As on the website. Now you can go and get guidance per country to see where the infections are, see what other countries are doing, risk management, because you've had places like China, of course, that dealt with it early, that's been dealing with it. You kind of go and research what's going on there, how they're bringing the diagnosis down or whatever. Then Italy's been devastated by, Europe's been devastated by, Africa's been slower, but it's spreading in Africa. There have been, and I know people say it's a rumor that black folks can't catch. Black people can catch, absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right. But there have been Asian, Chinese doctors to say that Africans seem to be just more resistant once they get it because of an enzyme that's a receptor to the virus that's more prevalent in Asian and European physiology than it is in African physiology. So that's what they're saying. But no, you can catch it and it can kill you. Okay, absolutely. That is the truth. The death rate is still small in comparison to the infection rate. Right. So you're still looking at 4 to 5% that are dying from it. You know what I'm saying? And so, but still, it's a horrible. They say even when you get in, you survive. It's a horrible experience.
Really?
Yeah, because it attacks the lungs, so you can't breathe.
Anything with the lungs.
Like Scarface said he's coming out of it, but the rapper Scarface, he was recently interviewed by Willie D and saying that he tested positive, but he had been sick for weeks before that. And his test just came back, but he was in the hospital. He said he couldn't breathe, and he thought he was going to die. His kidneys were failing, the whole 9 yards, right? And so the experience is a scary one. In certain places, they are putting people in medical induced comas while they deal with it. Right. So now I don't want to be accused of fear mongering, right? But that's what's going on. So let me share this. We're live on Facebook.
I see that.
So let me share on Facebook right quick. Right.
Man, so with all that being said, take, just as you would with a serious cold, with a sinus infection, with the upper respiratory infection, with pneumonia, with the flu, anything of that nature, take it serious enough, as serious as you need to do. Take all those precautions to make certain that you are well taken care of and that you are not going to, you be less susceptible to be, to be infected by or whatever. Or if you get it, take the treatments. But by all means, so do that. But by all means, we still got to look at all the other shit, all the politics surrounding it, all the, like you said, the racism, it's the systemic racism.
To think that it's just going to disappear because it's an emergency, I think is naive.
It's very naive. Right? So, we've not been through, you and I both have not been through anything of this nature in our lifetime. No. And this is very, it can be very concerning. It's very, very concerning. And it just, they're very, and I'm talking about Hollywood. I'm talking about the media is very, it's infatuated with, zombies and apocalypse and things of that nature. So, we've been fed that for so many years prior. So you're looking at all that like, God, no, what are they trying to make? They trying to make this the real Walking Dead. What is going on? So with all things, I'm sure the people who were hollering when they were shooting our ancestors up with the syphilis and things like that, Tuskegee and all that, and I'm sure the people who were shouting, "Oh, they're doing this," they would call, oh, you're being a fear monger, or you're just a big conspiracy theorist. But then years later, when it come out, like, oh my gosh, so. Everybody has the right to question people who have had all the history of doing nothing but do whatever they could do to harm us. So hell yeah, I'm gonna question whether or not this is true or safe and da 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 da. So no, but I don't mean I'm gonna be silly and loose and reckless and saying I'm just gonna walk around here like I'm Hercules or somebody, or I'm not gonna do that. But I'm not going to be sitting around here talking about, oh, I need to go do this. The world is coming to this to the end. Da, da, da. So I'm not going to do that because I am waiting for my stimulus, Trump, President Trump.
Well, that being said, the Congress passed a $2 trillion stimulus package today.
Which started out to be $1 trillion, but then they went
it's two. But we need to go and read the details of the stimulus. It's really a new bailout. It's a bailout for corporate America.
That's all it is.
Okay, that's where a bulk of it's going. There's a huge tax break in there for large real estate companies like the ones that Trump owns. And then, yes, in the package, they're going to send taxpayers a little money. Okay, they put a little money in there for taxpayers, but it's designed, they say, to kickstart the American economy. However, if what they say about the pandemic is true, it won't matter much if you don't stem the tide of the virus. If you don't stem the tide of the virus, Trump is saying he wants to reopen America by Easter.
Come on now.
That's why I was joking today. I think Trump think the white evangelicals gonna pray this shit away on Easter. The same ones that be praying on him. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, touch this president. And he is the one on the white horse. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Savior. I've seen. Now, y'all get a chance. Google preachers praying over Trump.
Wow.
And listen to the prayers that they pray over Trump. Man, it'll trip you out. So I'm convinced Trump believes that that they're going to pray this shit away. Because they want to open up shop.
Oh yeah,
they want to open up shop.
Absolutely.
But they passed the stimulus package. It's just waiting on Trump's signature. You know what I'm saying? And they're saying that U.S. families, taxpayers, underlying taxpayers, are going to get for a single parent, you can get $1,200 plus $500 per child. And married, $2,400 plus $500 per child. Now, no one knows how to get this money yet. They're saying it's going to roll out by May. No, I'm lying. People do know. People who've already read the bill. And that's what we have to do. We have to go and we have to read it to see what it's talking about.
You don't have to, from what I read, you don't have to do it. If you've paid your tax in the last couple of years, if you if you filed your taxes in the last couple of years, what they do is they're going to automatically send out a check to whatever address you filed within the last couple of years. So if you've moved since then, you do need to contact the IRS in order to update your address. Now, if you have not filed, if you've been unemployed, you still qualify to get some of the stimulus. If you are homeless, you still qualify to get some stimulus. If you're a veteran, if you get Social Security, you still are able to get some sort of a portion of the stimulus. So they're happy, which is kind of cool because they're saying that everybody, you just have to know how you qualify. Don't sit back and wait on a check to come in the mail. You just have to figure out how, so that when the time rolls around, when people start getting those checks and you like, I ain't getting mine, then you're behind the crowd trying to get it. So find out now how to qualify, how to make sure that your name is on that list. So you can do that. So small businesses, they're also putting it to where if you're a small business, there's a way that you are able to get some of those funds as well. So and within that stimulus package, there's also monies for filing for unemployment that they have in there. There's monies for those who have that have been laid off, and even for that you can get some funds. There's extra money. You get like $600 extra a week for your unemployment after you file. If you've been laid off. So there are things. Definitely go read.
And also make sure you're looking at ideas on how to kickstart your own economy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Look at ideas to kickstart your own economy. Look for, if you got a group of families or parents that you down with, especially if y'all a church group or whatever, talk about co-oping your groceries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Talk about how you know, that you get the beans, I get the rice kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now's a good time to start pooling your resources together, right? And making things a lot less expensive on one another through group economics.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
You got people on your page
yeah, that's Andrew. That's on. Yeah, that was Justice Scott. I was about to shout out to everybody. Yeah. Peace to Drew, my boy Drew Nichols. You know what I'm saying? Peace to Justice Scott, and then we had a few more people.
Tyra Garrett is on.
Yeah, peace to Tyra Garrett. Okay, that's what's up. You know, so peace to the family, y'all. Yes. And Drew's like, you know, ain't no damn kickstart. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no kickstart to the economy, especially if you don't have the thing under control. No. Right. You know, so man, it's okay to question, but get out there, get as many facts as you can.
That's right.
But at the same time, at your household,
be prepared.
Be prepared. Do what's best for you and yours. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And there's always an economy. Okay. Yeah. There's always an economy for something, whether we bartering or whatever. There's always an economy. So it's time to be creative. Is basically what I'm saying, and encouraging everybody to do too.
I just wanted to black families, my families, just be prepared, and whatever it is that you need to do to be prepared, right. Food wise, water wise, making sure you have whatever toiletries, making sure you have candles and stuff. I'm not saying, you know, the corona gonna kick off the electricity. I don't know, but you just got to be prepared. These are things that a lot of our preppers, doomsday preppers and stuff have been telling us to have anyway. So just be prepared. Be prepared for whatever it is that you need to protect yourself. Yeah. Your artillery. They said that the gun sales have gone through the roof, and we know that's not.
Well, I also read another report that said they're going to be systematically closing a lot of gun stores too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, get what you get right now.
Yeah, well, yeah. And I think the thing too is to kind of look to each other as well, because where I'm weak, you may be strong. Mm-hmm. What I'm low on, you might have an abundance of, you know, and just kind of be wise in that area. Drew brings up a good point as well. Can the homeless, jobless, you know what I'm saying? What can they do? Can they get a stimulus check? Yes. And the thing is, you say, tell a homeless person to shelter in place. Where is that?
Yeah, right? Where is that?
And many homeless shelters are not places where you have a room to yourself. Yeah. They're wide open rooms where you're bunking with a bunch of other people. You understand what I'm saying? So those are very vulnerable populations. I'll be interested to see where in this stimulus package is protection for the most vulnerable. Are the shelters gonna get money to house? You know what I'm saying? Like what's the plan for that? Or is that something that that private citizens are going to have to do? Mm-hmm. Or we're going to have to get out here and help those who are disenfranchised.
I think that's a great point to bring up. And I think that we should. And I think that if we more of us and even more of those the shelters and things like that,
our churches and religious institutions,
bring that up to the to your local government or whatever, to put that push and ask how do the homeless, how do they partake in that, how do they
because not only do they need shelter, but that they make it unsafe for everybody else.
That's
if
right.
you have a population that's still out roaming and not receiving services, not being tested. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So these are the people who traditionally, for somebody to call you a conspiracy theorist. Yeah. These are people who traditionally fall through the cracks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And don't get the help that they need. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, Preem said he got tissue to trade for Kush.
Hey, and the thing is, Rich Ross.
He means that. He's not playing. He would actually trade you tissue for Kush. And and like people go to YouTube, find alternative ways to wipe your ass, just in case you run out of tissue. Don't kill nobody over no tissue. Okay?
No, you better rub you some newspaper together, some brown paper sack. Or take your ass outside and grab you some leaves or some grass and just go the old way.
But look it up. While you got internet, look it up. Make sure you're not wiping your ass with a leaf that's going to break you out. Okay.
And I'd rather have a broke out ass than a shitty ass.
We got to find ass wipeable leaves. Okay. So we need to put up, maybe I'll make that a research project at the school. We need to find leaves and grass that is safe to wipe your butt with. Just in case this toilet tissue apocalypse that everyone is afraid of.
Why are they going to grab a tissue?
I'm like, first thing person thought was, I'm going to have to wipe my ass.
Because black folks don't like
Yeah,
to
we don't
we
like
got
the
this
stink.
shit.
We don't like the stank. We don't want the bathroom to stink.
We don't. So that's what
So,
I'm saying for black folks.
you
We
go.
don't
I
like
went.
that.
I went to the store. And you could find all kind of canned goods. I was finding vitamins, all kind of vegetables. Couldn't find no tissue.
Yeah. Target asked, do you apply? Do they just send out checks? Like I said, no, you don't have to apply. If you file taxes within the last couple of years, then they find you unless you've moved since last year's filing.
Yeah.
If you didn't file this year, if you filed this year, they
Yeah.
know where to find you.
Yeah.
So if you have not filed or if you moved since then you need to contact the IRS and make sure they have your updated address. Updated address.
Right.
And those who owe, let me tell you this is very important. Those who owe, you will not get, if you file, you will not get your taxes.
Like student loans, we know.
Student
right?
loans, we're thinking and we're testing to see if child support as well. I have a couple people out testing for child support. But if student loans and even just IRS taxes, if you owe them, the offset program is suspended, so you can file and you will get your monies back. So don't be afraid. Don't miss out on some free money. Go file.
Yeah.
And if you owe for multiple years, file 1 year to see, and then you'll know. File 1 year, that come to you, go file the rest. So in that way, if they do start taking it, you got that 1 year, that first year anyway. So I'm just saying.
A1 income
Very
tax
important.
are slow.
Very important. Offset is
Yeah.
suspended.
Yeah.
I've gotten that from the IRS.gov website. I've gotten it from people that are filing tax. I've gotten it from, and even the stimulus thing says it.
So hot jobs and business ideas as well, right? Hot
Yes.
jobs is ideas, work from home jobs, right? Are going to be the
Very
thing
big.
right now. You got people like Amazon that are hiring. You know what I'm saying? And then what are some things you think would come of this? Like, what are some things you think will be a hot job or a hot commodity as far as a business as a result of everyone being at home? Food delivery.
Oh yeah, that's big. If you
know.
have a car, you go pick up Favor, do Uber Eats, do Poshmark, whatever it is. That is huge because you don't have to have a lot of contact. All you need, you don't need the mask. All you need some gloves. Go into the place because no one's dining anyway. Pick up the food and go and drop it off at the. You don't even have to give it to the people. Leave it on their porch and keep it moving.
See, because the thing is, if the thing spread, people who ain't scared to go outside gonna make some money.
Absolutely.
Right? People ain't scared. There's always, look, y'all, there's going to be people who take risks, especially working class folk, especially people who got to get out there and get it. Like my boy that's in the hood in Jersey, he like, man, please, everybody on the block still, we just got a mask on because we got to go get it. There's no, for some, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They got to get up and they got to get out the house and they got to get things done. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I'm saying? As far as survival, and no one's bringing them provisions. They're not prepared with the provisions. When you barely living from check to check, you ain't really stacking provisions anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you got that. Then you got people where home is just as deadly as the virus.
True that.
We're sitting in the house is just as deadly, you know what I'm saying, as the virus. So people are going to be outdoors. That's gonna happen. I believe that, and so it's just about being safe.
I was about to say, and
smart.
it's just the thing is, if you don't have to be out there, then don't be out there. But don't judge those who are, because we don't know what their circumstances are. Let's not judge those who are out there. So you just do what you gotta do. Work from home jobs. And Rat Race Rebellion is a site that you can go find all kinds of work from home job positions. Arise. You got Come Do It. You have there's another one, I forgot the name, but there are so many places. Amazon is hiring like crazy.
Frame says our partner Molly G did 501 day door dashing.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? So when you working class and you don't have a luxury of saying I'm just gonna be off until it blow over, or you ain't got no job to transfer at home and you still got children to feed. We're gonna have to come up with wise ways to bring income into the house during this thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that stimulus check ain't gonna be enough. That ain't gonna be. That's not even a month's worth of expenses for most people. For most families. You know what I'm saying? So that's not gonna be enough. So you have to do that. Drew's like, drop those links. I ain't in a position to do that right now.
Drop those links.
Like Rat Race Rebellion.
All right,
I'll
put it on there. Rat Race
Rebellion. Let me do that right quick. Rat Race
Rebellion. You got
.com, right?
You got
I put that Rat Race Rebellion in there. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Isaiah Woods, Tawana Banks? Peace to you. Let me tell y'all something. Tawana Banks go hard. Tawana Banks created a online success skills curriculum that the state of South Carolina is using, right? With older youth. We're using it now with Operation Reconnect. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell you it's comprehensive, we need more curriculum creators like Tawana Banks, y'all. Matter of fact, Tawana, please put the link to that SC Works website that you have that you put up here so people can see it. Man, if you got them olders at the house, 16 to 24, they need to go on this thing. They really need to go on this thing and figure out what direction they want to go in. But so we're just kind of building on what the opportunities are, right? If you're into stocks are down right now. Yeah. So if you're into stock, a lot of stock that's usually very expensive is very affordable right now, right? So if you believe that the tide is going to stem eventually, now is a buyer's market. And this is just coming from friends of mine who are really into the stock market. Now's the time to buy. Okay, because people are dumping stock left and right. So that means it's time to buy. Now, if you got that money to hold right there, right, you buy it. And then when it go back up, you just made some money.
Made some money. We got to do that when we get off there. Yeah.
What's that?
Stash.com is a place. I put it in the link.
Okay. Stash.com.
Go to buy stocks.
Buy stock. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go back to the Uber Eats and things. This is what I found out when I was in Fort Worth with my grandchild. You know they deliver snacks. It's called Puffs or something. I had never heard of that shit. Who's lazy enough where you can't go down the street to the corner store and get your damn Doritos and your Now Lays, but you can have somebody deliver it for you. I had never. That was.
And think about it, y'all. These restaurants want it. The restaurants need it. The stores need it. Because if you ain't coming to the store, they can't make no money. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to the restaurants, they can't make no money.
And it helps
so whoever's willing to be that middleman to do that, there's opportunity out there for you if you're willing to do it. You know what I'm saying? If I was little younger, a little more single, a few less children, I'd be out there right now trying to get it in on that. You know, while the thing ain't really, while people, you got that period where people are more scared than it's actually prevalent, right? So there's a safe zone out there. If you're in one of them safe zones, but people are responding in fear, there's opportunity right now to make some income.
Because there's a huge convenience. It's a convenience for you. So definitely utilize that. Right. You know, so man, I'm telling you.
If you know rich people, right? They pay extra.
Yes, they do.
If you know rich people, y'all can stay sheltered in place.
And you go grocery shopping. You go pick up groceries for people. You can either pick up from Walmart, from Target, from Kroger's, all that stuff. They'll purchase it online, and you just go pick it up and take it. That's a part of favor as well. So go ahead, you do that.
Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do.
Get your hustle on, man. Let's get innovative.
Let's get innovative. Let's get creative right now. You know what I'm saying? With your ideas. If you got products that you make, time to put them online.
Absolutely.
And try to promote your stuff, man, and do the best you can with your products. Just try to get things going.
Because we still need our shea butter, our black soaps and stuff. And so we need to go order. We still and you got stuff like hand sanitizer that can be made at home. Oh yeah.
That some people don't know or don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So you can make hand sanitizer and sell it as hand sanitizer.
A lot of my seamstress friends, I got a lot of seamstress friends. They have been making when the face mask started going out, they start making face out of their spare, out of their the spare cloth.
Fabric.
They're making face masks. So it's cool face masks. Iyabos. Get into Iyabos. You got Akisa and they got
support
also Helen Lolita.
That's right.
Go on Facebook, find those people. Get some
support those businesses, man. So think about it. Washing detergent. There are a lot of things that you can make at home. Now's the time. Those of you who make those home products, now's the time to really get out there and advertise what you have, because what people are going to be thinking, like what I would be thinking, right, as a consumer is, you know what, if I'm buying my detergent directly from Nkoyo, you know what I'm saying? So she's using these organic ingredients and I'm buying my stuff from her. Her stuff hasn't been through as many strange hands as the stuff coming from the retail place, where I don't know where that came from. I don't know who's handled all of that stuff. So there are certain things that you like. Soap is a very personal item. You're rubbing your skin with that. You understand what I'm saying? So the fewer hands that product can go through, the better. You know, even the packaging and that sort of thing, the shipping and that sort of thing. So of course, I'm pumping up grassroots business.
Yeah.
I'm pumping that up. Got to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Excuse me if that makes you afraid.
My elderberry sales went up through the roof because everybody's running out the Costco, Sam's, Walmart trying to buy all the Sambuca, all those
people on Amazon are price gouging.
Yes, they are. They're trying to buy all that, and that stuff has tons of alcohol in, so it just washes out a lot of the elderberry, the actual effects and the quality, of the elderberry. So I make it, and I make it to order. I make it as sweet as you need to be, as tart as you need to be, and it's been going through the roof. So I'm loving it. People are doing that, but just know that there are things. Support the people that that are around you that have those products and things. Still support them, and they can still ship. The post office is still open. You may not, Amazon may not be shipping, but you still got the post office, still got FedEx and UPS that are shipping.
And I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna shift our focus to education because we have a lot of children at home right now.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? They need an option. But I'm gonna say this: lifestyle is key.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Lifestyle. Every virus is like every lifestyle. Right. Is virus conducive. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so your lifestyle at this point. Well, let me just say me statements. Right. I'm understanding that my lifestyle can keep me safe.
That's right.
That lifestyle has a lot to do with what you're going to be dependent on. Right?
Yeah.
Lifestyle has a lot to do with what you're going to need. So, for example, let's say, well, they're closing all liquor stores. Well, your lifestyle would dictate how that affects you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it
right.
Makes sense.
For some of us, man, we can't go to no restaurants, but you don't cook at home. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Your lifestyle will affect you. You know what I'm saying? Can affect you for smokers and that sort of thing. Lifestyle is very important right now.
Absolutely.
And when we talk about natural remedies, preventive remedies like the elderberry, that sort of thing. Some of us are already physically and physiologically vested in Western medicine.
That's right.
You're taking blood pressure pills, right? You're taking pills for your diabetes and that sort of thing. And you've never made the commitment to manage what's going on with you organically. So you're physiologically vested to where if you don't have access to these things, you can get sick and die from that.
That's right.
From not having access to these things that you're physiologically vested in.
Yes.
Right. And so now it perhaps may be a good time to begin to try to wean off of those things that you have to go to the hospital system for, because what if there's a vast shortage? I've had 2 friends on Facebook to say that they had to wait like 6 extra hours for dialysis.
Wow.
Do you know how dangerous that is?
That's very dangerous.
That when you go for dialysis treatment for your kidney or whatever, that you have to sit for 12 hours to get dialysis. That's now.
Yes.
What is it going to be like 4 weeks from now if things don't get better?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So for those of us or those who are borderline, I'm not talking to those who are there. I would not dare tell someone who's facing terminal illness, fully vested. I'm not a doctor.
No. And with that, CVS is delivering, Walgreens are delivering to you. So if you got refills that need to be filled and you are not able to get out or you're afraid to get out, then you call them, they bring it to you.
Yeah, they'll bring it to you.
Or
you can pay a youth to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Put it
help
out,
create a job for some young people. And have them go pick up the
Absolutely.
medicine for you.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? To do it like that. But for those who are just borderline, now's a great time to start exploring natural lifestyles. I don't even like to call it remedies, because what I found with dealing with the threat of diabetes was, if I change the lifestyle, it's the medicine. It's not. It wasn't the herbs. That wasn't it.
No.
It was the commitment to more raw vegan food. It was the commitment to more exercise. It was a shift in lifestyle that was the best medicine that I'd ever received. You know what I'm saying? And that's what took me off of Western medicine before I became physiologically vested in that medicine. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Yapo will come and say, correct me if I'm wrong on that. You know what I'm saying?
And also a good time to plant. If you have a front yard, I don't care if it's just an eighth of a something. I ain't good with the measurements, but if you have any type of yard, you can plant herbs, you can plant basil, you can plant peppermints and cilantros and things like that. Those things are just a help more. If you have leftover romaine lettuce, you know the bottom of the stalk we don't use, put that in a little bowl. Look up hacks. There are good hacks, and you can regrow. That regrows itself, and so you can take from that and continue eating that lettuce. You can do the same thing with onions. You can do the same thing with carrots and beets and things of that. So
that's what I mean by
these
lifestyle.
are things, lifestyle hacks that you should be incorporate into your life. These are the times that you go within and reevaluate things that you need to change for your lifestyle.
Because in the belief that we're going to get through this, right?
Yeah.
What are some things you can introduce into your life that moving forward, if something like this happens again, right? It won't hit you nearly as hard, like growing your own food. Because you go to the store right now, you know you're worried. Yeah. You don't know if somebody coughed on the box. Yeah. You don't know what's on the surface of the stuff you're pulling off the shelves, right? You're working on faith. But what if you got all your vegetables out of your yard?
Come on, that's right. And you can grow them in pots. If you live in an apartment, people say, I live in an apartment. You can grow them in pots. Yes. You can grow them in just about any kind of container. You can use your leftover water bottles. You can put dirt in there and grow them. So please get creative. Google. You're online already. You're using the device. Look up things that you are able to do for your situation. That's not worried about anybody else. Look up for your situation. What's up, Deja? Look up things that will work for you for your situation, so that you can be better prepared for anything. And
it's all about empowerment.
What's the worst that can happen if you've done this stuff? That you can come out of this healthier. And you've created some things that you are able to take on into the next. You'll cut down on your grocery bills. You'll cut down on your, on different things, on your medicines, So let's utilize this time to create better habits. Mm-hmm. This is all this is doing, creating a better lifestyle habits. And
because if they got some big elaborate plan to come destroy us all, right? How do you prepare for that?
How do you prepare?
But you can prepare to come out of it.
That's right.
You can prepare to get through this. You can prepare for what life is going to be like when this passes through, if that's what's going to happen. Yes. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? Yes. So let's get prepared, because what'll happen if you get doomsday, might as well syndrome might set in.
It stresses you. That's going to kill you before some coronavirus or something else. It's the stress and the worry that you create for yourself, being afraid.
Well, see, and that's what might as well syndrome.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, might as well drink. Might as well pop Percocets. Might as well abuse my wife, whoop this woman ass. Might as well. We dying anyway. It's over with anyway. Might as well syndrome is dangerous because a lot of people will self-destruct with a might as well attitude. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't I want to discourage everybody from getting that might as well attitude. Right. And if you buy into a lot of the doomsday predictions, you know what I'm saying? Once people feel helpless, might as well says he.
Yeah, you're sure right about that.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And you don't want might as well.
So we've had someone that's been enjoying that's on StreamYard.
Yeah.
And they just been talking.
Put in and just kind of
walking
preparing.
Preparing.
Well, they say it's a Facebook user, so it may be somebody that we've already seen.
Okay, that's what's up.
But
just different things. So
just stay prepared, y'all.
And like I said, at the worst that it can do is just it causes you to create healthier lifestyle, healthier habits. That's it.
Prince over here almost might. Prince, you was at might as well before the virus. We're trying to pull you out of might as well.
Come on to the light, Caroline.
we're trying to pull you out of the might as well, man. Let's get you out of. You was already might as well. You know what I'm saying? So you know it. And a little might as well is good. Like you say, might as well open my own business.
Yeah.
Might as well get healthy.
That's right.
Right. So I just don't want the doomsday might as well. It's like, might as well eat this. Might as well eat the cakes. You know what I'm saying?
Might as well tell the people that you love them. Might as well call this person that you had a beef with, that hold a grudge and you don't even know what. Might as well call them. Might as well
make peace.
Yeah.
Right. So might as well on that.
Yeah.
Right. That's how I be on Facebook, y'all. They be getting mad at me, but I be like, might as well say something positive about black people.
Might as well.
Why not? There's no one needs help criticized. Black people don't need help. We don't need new critics.
No, but we got that on our own.
We got that. So I praise us until it piss us off.
Yeah.
But somebody got to.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not naive. I've been working with black people for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? But I choose being an advocate. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be trying to talk all that.
Don't put his business out there, which he's lying.
Right. Well, Arthur, I'm sure obtained him legally.
Thank you.
He had a legal prescription, most likely.
God,
He's Natasha Marie. you know, the health coach, you know what I'm saying?
We
Marcus
always
Klein,
say you don't have no
Freedom
filter.
Home Academy. All right, let's talk education for a second, right?
Now that's very important
Mass
at this
school
time.
closings throughout the country, right?
Yes.
Well, and we can look at that as an emergency, and it is an emergency, right? But it's also an opportunity for many, right?
Yes.
It's an opportunity to homeschool. It's an opportunity to take your child's education in your own hands, for us to start having conversations about how do we want our children to be educated?
Yes.
What do we want to instill in their
Yes.
education on a mass level, on an individual, family level, right? Now is that time to start looking at alternatives to education, right? So I want to offer our services. Let me just cut to the chase. Okay. I want to offer our services. We do homeschool coaching. So if you're facing homeschooling and you need coaching, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Hit me in my inbox, recommend me to others, families who are serious. I can point you in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? As far as curriculum is concerned, depending on the level, a lot of the game I give away for free. Matter of fact, I've already done one free webinar on homeschooling, and I will make that available to you for free. But if you do want the one-on-one thing, we got to work out some business, because consultation costs, but my time is very valuable. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a family myself, you know what I'm saying? But the homeschool coaching is there. Also, we have a full-time online private school, the Uhuru Academy.
Yes.
And we already have students enrolled.
And we picked up since the online.
Oh, absolutely. We're looking at about 25 students right now online from all over the country that are working each and every day. They log on at 8 in the morning and get off at 3 in the afternoon. We're covering all the core subjects and then some. We're African centered in our scope. We're very interactive. We empower parents to be engaged with their child's education, and we've been doing it. We've been doing the full-time online for 3 years. We've been a school for 10 years. So we know what we're doing. We also offer part-time options, and I'm working on a Saturday school option. Right?
So you have no excuse.
So it's here. It's here for you. We're here for you. Space is only as limited as the support that I get. So if we continue to get support, I can hire teachers. So now it's an opportunity to create a job. Well, how can I afford it? Well, you could take a piece of your stimulus. You could take a piece of your income tax if you're working class, and you can invest in the rest of the year and the summer schools for your children. And it's not going to cost nearly as much as you think it's going to cost you. We can talk about that, right? And so definitely support us, support other schools like Freedom Home Academy in Chicago. Get with Marcus Klein. He has services. Cheryl Irvin with the new Akibalan STEM Academy in Florida. Get with her. She has services. And right now I'm working with a coalition of independent educators to build an African-centered education system.
Come on.
Right? It's going to take time. It's going to take support, but do that, right?
They've shut it down. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say they've shut down schools for the rest of the year in a lot of places. And so your children at home, they're offering online studies, but this is the time that you can offer so much more to your baby. You can supplement and offset that, and you don't have to worry about, if you're going to get in trouble here or get in trouble there, or if somebody's going to be trying to say you're not following the rules or laws of this state. This is the time. Give your babies the most that they can get for this time, and keep them busy so they don't miss a beat. And it can be less time that they even have to spend at school than they were, if they go on there physically.
Facebook, you said my son is too young right now. Well, if he's pre-K, he's not too young, because we are now taking pre-K in our online school. We have merged again with our partners here at the Uhuru Academy, South Carolina, and we're doing a pre-K, kindergarten, first and second grade program with our online school. Speaking of Uhuru Academy, South Carolina, y'all, we are in the midst of building a campus here.
Yes, we are.
We are in the midst of building a campus that's going to specialize in STEM. It's going to specialize in agricultural science, right? And global education, in that we are already establishing classes that are being taught by people in different countries right here in our school. We're establishing global travel, and we want to build an exchange program, right? Again, preparing for this stuff to not be here forever. Virus is going to clear out what it's going to clear out, and then we're going to have to keep moving and keep building. And so be on the lookout, because I'm about to give you guys an opportunity to actually build a school that's here. Right? To get on and build a school that's a school right now that has an opportunity to make history. And I'm not playing. This ain't salesman Baba, none of that kind of stuff. But those of us who are serious about African-centered education, serious about improving the quality of education for our children, Uhuru Academy, South Carolina is right there. We are right there. And so watch out. You're going to have opportunities to become monthly patrons. You're going to have opportunities to invest in our school. And I'm excited about it.
And in addition to with the babies being at home, there are a lot of resources, free resources. If you have a library card, there are a lot of online books and audio books and things that are available to you for free. Audio, what is that place called? Is it audio.com or audio something?
Yo, you talking about the app, the book with
Audible. They're offering, they're offering some books for free, but if you already have a subscription, you're able to pull resources from there. Alvin Ailey is offering free online classes for dance classes. There's also I forgot the other.
But they want the rest, they got to come to the webinar. We can't give y'all the game. We can't give y'all the game on it. But get out there and do your research. There are a lot of great resources, but try to find African-centered resources as well. That's a little tougher to find, right? That's a little tougher to find. So get at us so we can help you find great African-centered resources to share with your children as well. Make the most of this time. Also, remember, your house is a school.
Yes.
There are skills they can be learning. Your little ones, your 4-5-year-olds, they can learn how to fold clothes. Putting clothes away. Yes. Learning how to do that laundry. It's the transferable skills that count. Yeah. Right? It's that I'm learning how to settle down and work a process one step at a time. That counts, right? So, and school don't have to be the same hours that public school does.
It's so whatever remember hours that works for you.
Right. So remember that as well. All right. Yes. And okay, they say he's in an early head start. Well, let us know. Let us know. But yes, our online school is streamed live. Yes. It's streamed live. And we're going to be working on some pre-recorded material as well. So.
And don't be afraid with this time. Do not be afraid. Just because if there's a quarantine, you're at home. Do not be afraid to you and your children go outside. Vitamin D is going to be the best medicine.
Get you some sun.
Get you some sun. They've already said that it kills off the sun kills off a lot of whatever, the germs or whatever as well. If you're not able to go in the front, go to the backyard, open a window, hang out there. Do not just become a hermit inside of your home.
Right.
Please get outside.
Feed yourself things that'll help you fight it just in case you get it.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not a doctor, right? But collectively, as a people, and this is why lifestyle is important, we can train our bodies, right, by what we put in our bodies, right, to be tougher so that next generation will be tougher.
That's right.
Right. So if you start implementing these things with your children now, right, so you know what I'm saying? Because COVID-19, it will exist. But as you get stronger, your resistance to these things becomes stronger. That's why you look up and you say diseases that used to kill people back then don't kill people now. Yeah. It's not just because of advances in Western medicine. It's advances in human physiology that can do that. That do that as well. And so we have to start, making sure that we are improving on ourselves. Yeah. Right. And so that's where diet and lifestyle really comes into play. You know, and so that's what that is.
Man, we've covered a lot. This was
a good
live at 5.
That was a good live at 5, man. I pray that everybody comes away feeling empowered, feeling a little bit more informed or encouraged to go get informed. But we're not a news show.
No, we're not.
We didn't come in. We dropped a couple of nuggets here, but we're a perspective show.
We're not like Fox. We're not just going to spew some shit just to be saying it.
You're right. But we do want to share our perspective. We do want to share positive vibes. Yes. We hope y'all can come back and join us. We'll be right back on in about 4 hours.
4 hours.
With the He Say, She Say with Baba, Amin, Nkoyo. Yes. I'm going to change clothes. I might look a little dapper tonight.
9 Central. So join us. You ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, right. So join us tonight on He Say, She Say. And I'm going to try to set it up where people can actually call in and talk to us.
Cool.
And that sort of thing. Boy, I'm going to play some good music. I told them tonight, because it's your birthday weekend, to focus on the divine feminine.
All right.
So we're gonna focus on the divine feminine with the music tonight.
I like it all, born. We need some hip hop. I need some R&B. I need some jazz, and I need it from the 60s, 70s, all the way here. So just pick one from each.
Right. So we're gonna vibe. We're gonna sit back. We're gonna sip a little wine and talk things out. Like Ted, you say, sip a little wine, work things out. Don't work things out.
Yeah.
We're gonna work things out a little bit tonight.
Yes.
And we'll talk a little bit more about this, but we're gonna find some other things that are going on in the world, going on in the news tonight.
You know, everybody doing TikTok. They got their TikTok stuff that they doing, you know, while they at home and stuff in quarantine. But we got a little something. We got a little special for y'all. We ain't doing it tonight, but we got some little stuff coming up. I don't feel like I'm quarantined. I'm just gonna say we've been moving around just as normal because, you know, like you said, we shelter. With shelter in place has just been a way of life for us.
Yeah, we're married, 8 children. With three babies. So after this last baby, after our last baby was born, we socially distanced.
Hey, sometimes we feel like social distancing from them.
That's what I'm talking about, right? And we definitely shelter in place. We don't try to take them everywhere. I ain't try to take them everywhere, so we shelter in place already. Like I say, lifestyle.
Yes, right. But I'm just saying we got some things going on. You know, me and Bob would like to be goofy and play around, but we got a couple of things that we're coming up in the next, you know, the near future, the next week or so. It will be sharing that's gonna help y'all.
I'm getting ready. I don't know if you're ready. I'm getting ready. I'm ready for my thing, y'all. I go all out with my stuff.
Baby, I study, okay? I study everything, okay?
So we're gonna have fun tonight, man, because I got some questions about certain industries and how they're affected by the virus.
Yeah, all right.
And so we're gonna talk about tonight. I got alternative ideas for certain industries that are affected by the virus. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Juan.
Yes. So I appreciate everybody for joining us for this power hour.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Born was having technical issues at first, but brother hung in there. He got them fixed like a true host should do, like a true producer should do. Y'all support Do the Knowledge Radio.
That's right.
Support the YouTube channel. Support the Facebook channel. Share this platform. This brother is working hard to give us a platform to tell our story. Share. All right. Support it. All right. If we don't support it, nobody will. All right. Peace, Alik Amin. Peace, April Nicole McVeigh, and everyone else we didn't get a chance to say peace to that joined this broadcast. Peace to you too. All right.
Yes.
All right. Yes. Remember, Black love.
It's Black power. That's what I'm just putting in here right now.
Hey, we out of here. We out of here, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.